Mitch from Pick. Oh, no. Hey, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com here with Jay and Chris. Good mood today, man. We are really flying because we are going to be crossed and past that 200,000 subscriber mark. We are knocking on the door. We are not tapping on the door. We didn't like tap our way to 200,000. We kicked down everything in our way. I just want to talk about it real quickly. I know we're not there yet, so we'll talk about it tomorrow when we're past it again. But man, I got to say, there's a reason why we have more subscribers. There's a reason why we have more viewers than everybody else. And it's because we don't have any lame-ass excuses, man. And I think these guys will tell you, and you see it a little bit on the show, a little bit of tough love, but I think they've also bought into it, man, because I think they see the path, right? So it's like an excuse ain't going to get you anywhere. You know, we all have reasons not to do the video. You know, believe me, I have days I don't want to do the video, man. I have other shit I want to do. I'm going to go sit out at the cafe and eat a croissant, you know. I don't feel like doing freaking video. I'm too full, too tired.
The Oreo cookie.
Too tired, but it's like, right? It's like, but we just keep bringing it, man. All in, all the time. It's like, because I also believe that part of it is that we do content above everything else. So even if we can't get it, the perfect production out there, the content, man, is out there, right? The right content, the same content. And I think also, you know, just consistency really has a lot to do with it. And I tell this to people all the time outside of the sports betting, you know, space. People ask me all the time. I mean, I'm not just known in the sports betting space. I'm known in the blogging space. I'm a guy that started a blog and had, you know, 300,000 readers within 3 months. You know, it's you have to find the thing that you love. You could roll out of bed on your worst day and still be able to talk about it with very little to no preparation, man. And that's it, right? For some people, like, you know, for some people, it's, you know, power tools. You know, for some people, it's how to fix an HVAC unit, right? For some people, it's cars, car engines. You know, we have guys in our audience, you know, tattoos, right? Got all sorts of stuff. But for us, it's, you know, it's sports and sports betting. And just, you know, I'm grateful for it. I am. I'm just 100% grateful that this is where we landed. And, you know, it's not for everyone. I'm not, you know, I don't get treated, you know, income wise. I think I probably do okay for myself. And, you know, if you ever scaled it out, and I think these guys for their age probably do pretty good. But the thing is that, you know, we're never going to get treated like doctors and lawyers. You know, in fact, people do it like I think it's like a passing hobby or something. They come into my house and they say to my wife, I can't believe you let him have those TVs on the wall. Like, those TVs paid for the wall. You know, it's like, that's how it works, man. It's like you need all the support you can get from everywhere. So we'll talk about it again over the last couple of days, next few days. A lot of people, you know, I've said people ask me all the time, not just in sports betting, but in other spaces. You guys could find other interviews with me that are out there. And I say it all the time. One of the things that if I have any regrets, it's that I don't enjoy these moments more. You know, because I see 200,000. What am I saying? 200 million, man. Right? It's like that's the way I'm wired. I can't help it. But I'm really going to enjoy this one. In fact, I'll put a little poll in the comments. We're gonna have fun with this, and you know, we'll milk it for all it's worth, and then we'll move on to the next one. By the time we're done, we'll be on to our next goal. Jay, how's it going, man? And what do you think about 200, man? You ready for it or what?
Hey, man, it's crazy to be part of the ride, man. I remember days when I was just an audience member, you know what I mean? And I knew then I wanted to be part of the ride, man. And you know, to now be I would say an intricate part of this team, it's just crazy and surreal. Like every day I wake up and it's just like, damn, I'm living a dream, man. So shout out to all 200,000 of you. And shout out to the next 250,000, the next million that are coming up, man. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue, like Mitch said, knocking down doors and having fun betting sports, man. That's what we do here. That's what we do.
Chris, you've been with us me since almost not quite day one, but really, here at Pick Dogs. You've been with me before Pick Dogs, but you've been with us on the YouTube channel. Really, maybe 3,000 subscribers in, at the most.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
I was just going to say
200,000, man. We didn't get booted off YouTube or nothing, right? A couple close calls.
Surprisingly. Well, yeah, we've had a couple of the explicit thrown on there, but yeah, no, it's been with Pick Dogs YouTube almost since the beginning, since the ground up. We went through those tough COVID years. We've been through lows, but we've also been through plenty of highs, and we're only going to keep going higher. Like you said, we're going to keep kicking doors down, not ask anyone for permission. We're just going to keep steamrolling them. And appreciate everyone that's come along for the ride, and I can't wait for everyone else that's going to join us. So only onward and upward from here. It's already been a hell of a ride, but we're going to keep it going.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's like we've crossed a lot of milestones, man, in all of my time online. Lots, everything in sports betting, my first $1 million I made, my first, first million visitors at the website, first day with 100,000 visitors to one of our website. We've done, so many different things, even here on YouTube, crazy days. But this is, it's big. It's big. A lot. Many have tried and failed, and many have talked, what the thing is that, so I'm a name caller, right? And I own that, right? I'm a name caller. But what nobody else sees is what goes on behind the scenes. And it's like, believe me, there's a lot of name calling and a lot of crap being thrown our way from these other channels that you guys never see, man. And I have miles of text messages, Twitter things. You guys saw one last week and the week before that, right? I mean, there's a lot of this stuff behind the scenes, and other even before that, right? Even other people in like the sports betting space yeah, I'm way excited about it, man. This one, I think I'm more excited about 2 than I was 1.
Low key, I think you are too. 1, you were kind of still like,
yeah. At 1, I was kind of like, man, can you believe we did it? We made it to 100,000. At 200, man, I'm like, now we are just really getting started, man, and we're just starting. I mean, now it's like Jay has great ideas now. Jay used to have like, oh, let's try this or whatever. Now he's got like some really good ideas, man. Chris, not so much, but it's like we have, we have people that have ideas, and people like, I think adding all of the cappers and letting everybody do a video that wants to do a daily video. I think that's been a huge thing over this last 100,000, is that the whole idea for Pick Dogs is there's something for everyone, right? We have free content. We have premium content. We have VIP content. We don't like push anybody into anything, we're not pushers, it's like, if you want it, it's there. If you don't want it, we got other free stuff, smash the like, right? But now offering all these different handicappers and giving them exposure out there. And now we have other partners, like big partners in the industry, that all want to work with us. Of course, they don't know about Ruffalo's language that he uses on the show, like last Friday, family show.
No, I don't even remember what I said. See,
that was me. That was me. Yeah. That was me. I was saying.
I'm like, wait a second. What did I do?
That was me.
I wouldn't put it past me to say something questionable. I mean, I do it on the regular, but
I'm excited, man. I am. I was happy about 100,000. I was humbled. I was just like, we did it, But at 200 now, I'm like, I got my ass kicking shoes on, man.
I love how humbly and gracefully and woofing crap and trash talking have been trading blows in the poll for a little bit.
I'll be woofing crap and trash talking, acting like a 2-year-old. That's what I'll be doing in some circles. In other circles, I'll be humbly and gracefully. Like, what platform would I be? Which, like, on LinkedIn, like where you're supposed to be humbly and gracefully. There, I'll be.
But but I'm saying you can still. but see, with LinkedIn, you can still do a humble brag.
Nope. My LinkedIn, like everybody that I'm friends with on LinkedIn or like connected to on LinkedIn, like I'd say 90% of the people that I'm connected to on LinkedIn, all they do is go to conferences.
Oh, okay.
It's all like a bunch of pictures of them at some conference, right? They don't actually do anything. They just go to these like sports betting conferences. And it's so like weird because it's like we're like all the way through in sports betting, like with GTG, with our partnership with GTG, we're on like the data side, right?
Yeah.
And then, with the sport, the stuff that they do with DraftKings and with the NFL and with, some of the other books, as well as the NBA and the Lakers, and, all these other people, Pepsi, this other stuff. Then we have like, all these guys that are watching the video, which, most of them, a lot of them, they never buy a pick or anything, which is fine, right? And it's like, some of them are betting big. Some people are betting $2 parlays. I don't care, And then we go all the way through to like our sharp betting groups, So it's like we're the only ones that really span it. So when you hear these other people talk about these different segments of it, no matter how many conferences they've gone to, no matter how big of a company or how many LinkedIn connections they have or any of that stuff, they seem to always be missing a piece, right? It's like, it's just kind of like, because we do have exposure to all those areas. So I'm kind of like, but it's exciting, man. It is. I appreciate all of you guys that have tuned in, whether it's your first show and you're just subscribing today, or whether you've been a long-term subscriber and follower, and whether you bought a pick every day or whether you never bought anything. I don't care. And this is beyond a dream for me. I was fired from every job I ever had. I don't play well with others. Not a team player.
That's on the report.
It's like it says on my resume, not a team player. Qualities, other qualities, not a team player. Not open to new ideas.
Name caller.
Judgmental.
Uses absurd amount of profanity.
Chat is so regulated. So what you're saying is bet the house on the A's. I think I hit my 14 parlay yesterday on here, by the way. Oh, I got woofed on, man, in the YouTube comments yesterday about this show. Crushed. Not only was it the 29-minute intro, I mean, it was like everything else.
I don't even think I read yesterday's comment.
Oh, I got crushed in the comments. You never agree with anything. And then they said, Mitch never agrees with anything. Then they said that one guy said that they're like, it's funny as it is that Mitch and Jay get into the worst arguments, but he actually ends up agreeing with Jay more than anybody else on the show. Which is true. I think that is true. It's like, because when we're apart, we're really apart. When we're on, we're really on. It's like
that's funny.
It was funny. I was like, I never even thought about it that way, but it is true, right? It's like I probably agree with Jay more than anybody else on the whole show. Of all the shows, even the big weekend shows.
That's funny, man.
It is. We are 16 subscribers away. 200,000 subscribers, man. This is crazy. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, which is 42% of the people that watch our YouTube channel, if you're not subscribed, throw us a bone, man. subscribe. You can unsubscribe later. It's like after we're clear. But what? We're not at 200 yet. My wife's leaving. That Colts. I just knew.
we weren't going to.
On my way to. No, we don't want fake accounts and fake followers. We don't actually. We never even beg for a follower.
Yeah,
I always say, I always say on my videos, subscribe if you want to. You know, at my regular videos, I never say it. In my 7 free pick videos, I just say subscribe if you want to. Because someone once said, "You guys are begging for subscribers." What do you think is the best thing that's happened in the last 100,000 subscribers, Chris? What do you think is the best thing that's happened? Like, what's the biggest change? There hasn't been
the amount of bits that we have.
Yeah, we do have some good bits. One of my favorites will be that one from last Friday. I think when it's my funeral, I want someone to tell that story, like to go to the podium and say it exactly as it happened.
Honestly, if I would have to say, it would probably be I felt like for a while the live tab was really popping. I felt like this last 100,000, we put a lot of effort and energy into the video tab. So like from starting with the rundown, of course, we all know the success, the goddamn sensation that the rundown is every day. Shout out Ron Romanelli, man, leading the charge in the view department. The jam session is a hit. Then you got the first picks in 5 minutes. You got the layup session in season right now. When hockey gets back, you got Chris and Rod doing hockey videos. I just think we put a lot of effort into the videos tab.
Where's the intro? Where's the intro video?
We're not on so we don't have it.
That would have been hilarious. I would have probably died. But
we got to go back to Ecamm, I think.
Yeah. But I think that's probably, we were doing that before we hit 100,000, but I think this last 100,000 we hit it hard.
Yeah, I really think having a lot of the other cappers get exposure by doing the videos. This way you get a big chance. I think guys like Dana Lane, who's always been good on camera, always is very good at explaining things, has serious knowledge. Like guys like that, man, it's been great. Then some of the other guys who are kind of coming on and
with his videos, Javon on the shorts. It's just everybody is kind of in their own lane doing something that and it's just all collectively coming together, and it's really beautiful to see.
That's awesome. I'm excited, man. Like I said, I was excited at 100,000, but it was more like I was waiting for my plaque. Yeah, I was waiting for my plaque. But this one, I'm just. There's no plaque at 200. At 250, it's $250,000.
It's going to the next plaque now is the goal. Like once you got that first plaque, it's like
that the goal is still 10 million.
It's still 10 million, but I just mean like the next step is the next
gold plaque. The gold button is big. It's much bigger than
it's huge.
It's big. It's like this big. It's freaking it's like getting your album, your platinum album. It's big.
I need to get mine framed.
You wouldn't need to. It's big enough as it is.
That's what she said.
So we got WNBA today.
Yeah, we got 3 games in the WNBA.
I'm still working on my set, man. I'm still trying to put my whole set together. I did get my Foo Fighters Mr. Met, so I do have the full collection now.
Oh, you did get it?
Yeah, I got the whole band.
You inspired me. I need to get a taller shelves, man. I got more pops. I need taller shelves. So it's my next.
There it is. My missing one, David Grohl. He's the holy grail.
I like that one right there. That one's hard.
Yeah, this is the toughest one to get.
Yeah, I like that one.
They only made 300 of each of these. And I got them all. Yeah, I'm gonna redo the set. I think I'm gonna make a Grateful Dead section and like a hard rock section. You know, kind of like section them out a little bit. Rod Zawacki. We'll replace Manoa.
Nothing's replacing.
Rod's
Manoa.
been here. Rod's been here with us for the whole thing. Rod was here for the first 1,000, man.
Yeah.
Rod went out to get so we could broadcast live because you're not allowed to do live on YouTube unless you have 1,000. Rod went out and recruited the first 1,000. Get us live like in a day. We had 1,000 subscribers the first day.
Show that Rod.
It's big. Real big, man. All right. I vote add Rod back to morning. The thing is that I'm even thinking about cutting back the morning show, man, with less people, or doing a different, or changing the format one day a week or something. I'm still got some other ideas, you know, because I have a bunch of other people that I want to bring on that are going to be new. So I have one guy who does he did the odds in Vegas for years. And he's coming onto our other site, and he said he would come on the show, and he's really good. I mean, this guy's he's like celebrity of sports betting type guy. So I was thinking about having him on for like a segment every day, or a couple times a week. He does a power rankings that's like off the chain. Then we have another woman joining us, but she really knows her shit. She comes from like a serious football family. Like her uncle played with Jomo. Fucking 3 rings. So father played, one of those type of deals. It's like if you started on the that 49ers team with Montana. He wasn't like a bench guy either. Started with Montana, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig. He's equally Pro Bowls, rings, all that stuff too. Yeah, females have not worked out good, and she knows that. She knows that coming in. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it differently. Like Joe. I like Joe. We had her on, Chris. We work with Joe. She's super pleasant, super nice, super too agreeable for our audience. But I think that we learned a lot from that, And Joe's gone on. She's done other things, She's good, But some of the choices she made, of course, I think she probably regrets. But that's okay. We all do. Yeah, right. We need a female that can dish it out. Right? In order to fit in with us, she's got to be able to shit talk with us.
Yeah.
The only way it will work. People are going through the full roster of females that have fizzled out with us.
Yeah. It's not a huge roster, but there's been enough.
Oh, there's been enough. It's not like we haven't been down that road.
Yeah.
I think you guys will like this one. I think you guys will really like her. She's pretty tough, man. Pretty tough. Okay, I'm working on it. Give me a few years. A few years? I'll be dead by then.
Stop.
Chris hates when I talk, and Jay hate when I talk about my death. They hate it. It will happen.
Yeah, but I don't need to talk about it now.
How about the guy that called me old, man? It's like, to me, it's like, that's, of all the put downs, and I get this one a lot. It's like, of all the put downs, it's the most pathetic one there is. I mean, it's like, you're gonna get old or you're gonna die before you get old, man. It's like, it's pretty stupid, Yeah. It's kind of like, I mean, like if I made fun of Captain Jack's man tits, right? That's different. I wouldn't do that, not publicly.
No, you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Stop it, Chris. Get a grip. We're looking at 200 subscribers here. Have some self-respect.
Get a grip on the man.
I don't even know where I came up with that.
I don't know either.
But like the guy that called me old, someone sent me something the other day too about that. You know what they sent me? This is what they sent me. They said it wasn't about Captain Jack. It was they said they sent me a thing and said you'd rather be the oldest one in the fitness center than the youngest one in the old age home.
Oh my god.
I thought it was anyways, Chris. Now he's got it in his head. It's there. It's living in your head, Chris. Don't be tweeting that shit out either. That's mine. That's my bit. Chris, what are you looking at?
Nothing. Just trying to keep tabs on the count.
All right.
And trying to make stop play. I regain my composure.
All right. Let's get to the games. See if we can maybe actually be doing picks while we pass the 200,000. That would be a change for us. We got the Marlins taking on the D-backs. We've got the Nationals taking on the Rockies and the Yankees taking on the Guardians. Wait a minute. We're at 26.50 for the intro. Yesterday we went 29. Someone complains. I said we're going to shoot for 30 today. We did 28 yesterday. I said we'll do 29 today. They said they hate even odd numbers. Might as well make it 30.
Shortchanged.
So, yeah. But yeah, anything else you guys want to say? Anything else exciting? College football week 0. God,
We are so it's like it's right around the corner. It feels like we just watched the national championship a few weeks ago. And it's like we just talked about the Super Bowl not that long ago, but now it's kicking off with the real headline game, SMU Nevada. Come on.
How about Florida State playing in a week 0? Then they play Boston College the next week on like Sunday night.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But I'm starting to be with you. I think that if you're going to schedule an FCS game, the more I'm looking at the schedule for the whole season, it's like you should only be able to schedule FCS team in week 1.
Well, anything else? WNBA? Anything going on there? Any news? Oh, Jaden Daniels was named the starter in shocking news in Washington. I thought that was a real surprise.
I thought I heard somewhere that he was going to be.
Whoa, that was weird. So, Jay, did you see who the Red Sox signed?
No. Who'd they sign?
Rich Hill.
Nah, you lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying. Oh, you go. Hey. You lying. Nah, no way.
Yep. Back in the fold.
Nah, hell nah. Let me look that up. Nah.
Yep. Rich Hill. He's back.
What? My man.
Love Rich Hill.
Hashtag dirty water. Let's do it. Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they signed him. Minor league deal. We got 15 seconds to kill.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
Our half-hour intro. All right.
Oh,
Marlins-Diamondbacks, Nationals-Rockies, Yankees-Guardians. Jay, what do you think?
this slot, let's open up the day, man. Open up the day. I had a good day yesterday on the show, and then I went 1-2 on the premium area. I hate when that happens. When I had the Rangers run line, I got greedy. Is what was the dagger into my heart. And today, let's get it back, man. Let's stay hot. Let's go with under Diamondbacks Marlins. Two guys I really trust on the mound. Edward Rodriguez, I think he's going to come out and pitch well. And Edward Cabrera. I know these are two guys that have ERAs up in the fives. That's not who they are, though, in my opinion. Since Rodriguez has been back, he's been serviceable. I think he'll be serviceable today. And Cabrera, same thing. Cabrera did get touched up in that last game, but before that, man, he was lights out against the Dodgers, the Braves, pitched well against the Rays as well. So understyle game. And if I had to lean towards the side, I would probably lean towards the plus money with the Marlins. I don't think it's going to really factor off of Rodriguez, but if it's going to be a tight game down to the wire, I don't trust the Diamondbacks bullpen. That's the only area of the Diamondbacks I don't trust is their bullpen. I think right now I've told you I got them winning the World Series. It's my World Series team currently, the Diamondbacks. But bullpen is the one thing I don't trust. And in a game like this, I would lean towards the Marlins. But I really like the under in that game. Yankees-Guardians. The Guardians not really been playing well. That's what's crazy. But you can make the argument neither have the Yankees. This is a 50-50 series, 50-50 game between two teams that started the season off looking like it was just going to be these two team race for the AL, and now they've kind of let everybody else back into it. And neither one of them really the favorites to do it. Somebody yesterday told me the Yankees are the Cowboys of baseball. They ain't been to the World Series in 15 years or whatever it is, 12 years. So, do we really expect them to do much of anything come October, come fall? I don't know. And then the Guardians, early this year, man, you could trust them. Right now, their bats just haven't been who they were to start the season, man, and that's what's concerning. In this game, I'm doing a lot of talking, but in this game, I'm going to take the Guardians. I think it's a 50-50 game. I want to attack the plus money. I think there's a path for them to win it. Not rushing to the window to bet this game, but I could definitely be talking to betting it, especially how Hill looked in his last game against the White Sox. So give me a lean towards the Guardians. And what was the last one here? Was it Rockies-Nationals?
Yep.
Rockies-Nationals. Give me the Rockies. I'm a little nervous of them coming out of course. But the Nationals, they've been free falling for most of the. I told y'all, first half of the season they were a play on. Second half of the season they're mostly a fade. I would want to attack the plus money here with the Rockies. Gomber, I think he can be serviceable here. Small lean on the Rockies.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Rockies in that one. I just think it's, a bit of a, overpriced for the Nationals, and this will DJ Hurts score. I think this is more of a 50-50 game. If this was closer to minus 120, maybe I could be talked on to the Nationals, but I think at, plus 140. Gomber's been decent in some of his recent road starts, so I'll take a shot on the Rockies in that one. I'm going to go over 7.5 in Diamondbacks Marlins. The Diamondbacks, solid against righties, one of the best teams in righties since their, run in the second half. The Marlins have been one of the worst teams in baseball against lefties the entire season, but they're starting to hit lefties a little bit better lately. Rodriguez, still a 5.06 ERA in that small sample size. And the over with the Marlins as a home dog has been surprisingly money. I think it's hitting like 11 straight. So give me the over 7.5 in that one. And for me, it's a lean towards the Guardians at plus money. The Yankees, if there's one area where they really struggle, it's against left-handed pitching. And I think Luis Gil, I like him at home where he's pitched a better baseball, but I don't know. Something just feels a little bit funky about Heel in this spot. I think the Cleveland Guardians can do enough to sneak out the win here. So give me the Guardians plus money.
All right, the next subscriber will be 200,000 for us. So I'm excited about that. I like the Guardians in this one against the Yankees. I just think it's probably going to be a tight, close to the vest game. The bullpen is just a lot better for the Guardians than it is for the Yankees. Really, over the last 10 games, 3 times as good. And Boyd looked pretty good, in what we've seen from so far. He's a guy who's been pretty underrated throughout the season. There it is, 200,000. Thanks to everybody that has subscribed and everyone that's watched our channel and participated. And for all the haters out there.
Like when it was kind of like when LeBron hit the shot to take the all-time scoring mark. It's like the game has to stop for a second so we can acknowledge it.
Yeah. I mean, there was just a slew of subscribers there when I said the next one will do it. But it's over. We got about 15 subscribes right there. So thanks to everybody, whether you were that 200,000th or whether you were number 6, or whether number 600, 660,000. Doesn't matter. You guys all count in our book, man. We just think that what we're doing here at Pick Dogs a little bit different than everybody else. And I think the real thing about it, and I'll come back to my pick in just a second, but the real thing for me about it and the validation is that other people can sit there and say, I never say this, or I would never say this, and I would never do this, and you guys do this, and you guys do that, right? And we get a lot of it behind the scenes. You guys do not see it, but we live in the truth, man. And I think, I say, and people think, people can say whatever they want about me, but I say things that I'm as honest as it is, as transparent as it is, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And that's really what it comes down to, is that I'm so honest, I'm so truthful about things, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And you know what? Too fucking bad. But I'm going to keep doing the same thing. And I'm going to live in the truth, and not going to do it to, make friends, especially not in this business. I mean, there are people that I've had falling out with that have, we've manned up and, we admit our part and we move on. There's other people that are just whiny little bitches that just think, they're better than us because we sell picks or something. Believe me, I've never forced anyone to buy a pick, ever. I've never said to anybody, I'm withholding from you a pick because I'm selling, right? Never have done any of that stuff. Anyways, screw it. Whatever. I like the Nationals against the Rockies also. I'm going to fade Austin Gomber in this spot. The Rockies on the road are just generally a bad play. I think that's where I'm at with it, And waiting for my little thing to change here, but it ain't changing. Maybe on the next one, right? That's why I keep looking back. See if it has changed on YouTube. Yep, it did. It flipped over on the front page to 200. That's so cool. That's so cool, man. But I like the Guardians against the Yankees. I like the Diamondbacks against the Marlins. I think, like you guys have said, I think an over is probably definitely in play. But the Marlins bullpen has been horrible since day one, and then they traded their closer, right? So it's like they're even worse. So the Diamondbacks bullpen has certainly been susceptible. But the thing is that they're susceptible when they have 6-run leads. It cost them in Tampa, but most of the time it doesn't because the bats are doing the talking. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks in that one. Damn it. It's not doing it. All right. Next up. We got the Blue Jays and the Reds. Boy, the Reds kicked the dog shit out of Blue Jays, right? last night. Got the Mets and the Orioles. And we got the Braves and the Phillies. A lot of people criticized my my trash talking of the Orioles yesterday. The participation trophies. We're going to change their names from the Orioles to the participation trophies. Chris, who do you like in this one?
Oh man, I think this one's sexy pick central for me because I like the Orioles, but not after yesterday. I don't love them after that. And Dean Kramer, even when the Orioles were winning a ton of his starts last year, a lot of it was because the offense was lifting them up. So I think he's going to give up some runs here to the Mets. I think the Mets have some momentum after that walk-off yesterday. But I also think the Orioles can get to Quintana for a few runs, and then once the bullpens have their say, I think we'll get over 8.5. I like the under 8.5, Phillies, Braves, and I lean towards the Braves and the plus money in that one. I think it could be a bit of a pitcher's duel here, but we've always seen that Zach Wheeler can pitch as well as he wants, but he has no control over how that bullpen does once he leaves. I don't trust the Phillies bullpen. I think the Braves can steal it late, so I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take the Braves. And I'm going to take the under in Reds, Blue Jays. I think Barrios has a solid outing. I think he keeps the Reds in check after the Reds broke through against Gosman yesterday. And I think the Blue Jays are going to continue to have struggles offensively. So give me the under in that one.
I like the Braves over the Phillies. It's Zach Wheeler's pitching. I take the other team, especially if he's favored. I take the other team. If he's favored on the road, I take the other team. Lopez is back. Pitched well early this season. I expect him to pitch well here. Blue Jays, Reds. I don't know. A little different story today than yesterday, but it's Barrios, so I'm taking the other team. I'm going with Spires. Even though Barrios is definitely better at home than he is on the road. And then last but not least, Mets. Orioles are just trash. I could see this being a higher scoring game, but even when you look at Quintana and Kramer, I like Quintana. You look at Mets bullpen versus Orioles bullpen, Mets bullpen. You like heart and guts versus no heart, no guts. I like the Mets. Jay? Don't even say you're taking the Orioles. Family show. You're muted.
Oh, wow. I was telling you, I'm with you on the Mets. Y'all know that, though. Mets, they have no room for error, man. We got to get this done. We got to get into them outs. It just has to be done. I know Quintana, the Mets have lost his last 3 starts, and it ain't been to the best competition either. That does what makes me a little nervous here. They lost to the Angels, lost to the Mariners, and lost to the A's. Not the best stretch, but common theme, though, those were all American League West teams. So maybe that's the common denominator there. Maybe you just don't like them style teams. Here, at home, at the crib, back up against the wall, I'm rolling with the same gut feeling I had yesterday. I believe we see the Mets favored at home for good reason. The books, the public, everybody, they love the O's. They love them. So the fact that you see them as a dog here, I think tells you everything you need to know. When they've been a dog, they're not successful. They're not a great dog team. Fading their ass. I'm taking the Mets. Reds, Blue Jays. It's really a pass for me. I would lean on the Reds. I think that's where the value is in this series. The Blue Jays if they're gonna list the Reds as a dog every day, I would definitely lean in their direction every single day. 50-50 games, I want to attack the plus money. The Blue Jays have been overrated, overvalued all season long. The Reds have a better record, yet they're a dog. Today I could hear the argument of why somebody may want to take the Blue Jays. I get it, but me personally, the plus money is too attractive on the Reds, a team that stacks wins coming off a win. I would lean towards Cincinnati. What was the last one? Braves-Phillies?
Yep.
I'm a Braves hater. And I'm that's my story. I'm sticking to it. They're missing the playoffs. The Mets are getting in. I'm taking the Phillies.
With Zach Wheeler?
I know it's Wheeler. I haven't really backed Wheeler much this season. He's been serviceable recently, though. I like 4 of his last 5 starts. He only had 1 bad start in that stretch. That was against the Yankees. Outside of that, he's been trustworthy. Pitched well against the Twins, shut out the Mariners, pitched well against the Diamondbacks. So I know I'm usually with you, Mitch, and beating up on Wheeler, but when it comes to being stuck between a rock and a hard place, I'll take Wheeler before I take the Braves. So that's kind of where I'm at here in this one. I think the Braves are going to miss the play. I think the Phillies are the better team. I think they're favored here for good reason. I don't always take dogs. I take favorites occasionally, and in this one, it's a favorite style spot. Give me the Phillies.
Got the Brewers-Cardinals, Cubs-Tigers, Rangers-Pirates. Chris, do we have a starter for Tigers?
No, I'm thinking it's a bullpen game.
Let's see. Yep, TBD. I don't care who's pitching for the Tigers. I still like him against the Cubs. Assad really tailed off late in the season. He's one of these guys that has deceptively low numbers. I'm going to roll with the Tigers. I like the way they always play well the last 30 or 40 games of the season. Get everyone's hopes up for next year. It's kind of what they do. We've seen them up against better than this, including the Yankees, and play them really, really tough. I like the Brewers against the Cardinals, even with Frankie Montas on the mound. Fede should have never left the White Sox because there at least he had an excuse. Now that he's on the Cardinals, he's been terrible. And, he's always played on really bad teams. He was on the Nationals, then he's on the White Sox. It's like he's been on bad teams. And I tell you, now he's got no excuses here on the Cardinals. He just stinks. I'm taking the Brewers. Frankie Montas, this guy, he's a disappointment too. And then we've got the All-Star on the mound up against Bradford in Texas, but the Pirates on the road have been pretty much garbage. This is a tough game. It's a real tough one. I could see a path for each team, but I'll probably just go with the Rangers just because the Pirates have been so bad overall on the road. No premium or anything. Jay?
Yep. I'm on my Rangers, just straight up on the money line, man. They busted up my goddamn parlay last night, bro. I had a heater, bro. Me and Rufus was sitting there recording the WNBA lab session. I'm sitting here like a nervous box, like a nervous wreck per usual. Rangers go up 4-0. I'm like, okay. And then, of course, we went 4-3. I had them run line. Got greedy. It happens. So today, I'm just going to take them straight up on the money line. I'm a little scarred. That was our first back-to-back win in a month since playing the White Sox. That's kind of crazy. We went through the terrible stretch. I think we're out of it. Like Mitch said, the Pirates on the road, none really trustworthy. Last week, I already told y'all I denounced Mitch Keller. He's no longer the ace. He's still the all-star. He's no longer the ace. I think the ace for sure goes to Paul Skeens. Last 2 outings for Mitch Keller have been his worst 2 of the season. Rangers, if y'all can't get to him today, then y'all just don't deserve anything. So give me the Rangers today. They ought to win today behind Bradford. Bradford's been serviceable since coming back from injury. Hey, Rangers, back-to-back win. Got some good news yesterday. DeGrom making a rehab start in a couple days. Hey, if you're in Texas and you want to go see, you can see Scherzer and DeGrom back-to-back days for the Frisco Rough Riders. That's kind of cool. But then they'll be soon on Rangers. It ain't over. I think some StatCast has them at like 3-4% chance of making it, but it ain't over. It ain't over, man. I think they're going to claw their way to the end. I think they win this game today. Short, sweet, simple. I'm going to take the Tigers, too, at the plus money, bro. The Cubs, They're mainly a fade. The Tigers, they've been playing really good baseball over this last couple weeks. Like Mitch said, they're probably going to close the season strong. I've been on and off the Tigers hype train at certain points of the season. This is another spot where I'm kind of just gonna ride it until I can't no more. I wonder who the starter is. I want to see who the starter is, but we may get better value just betting it now and praying that it goes our way. But I think they have a very legitimate chance to beat the Cubs, who are always overrated and overvalued. And Brewers-Cardinals. I'm gonna agree with Mitch again, man. I'm on the Brewers, the better team against the Cardinals. Fede, I have been fading his ass since he's been with the Cardinals. I don't know. I just had that feeling that same thing like Mitch said, he should have stayed with the White Sox, bro. With the White Sox over there, he was pretty much royalty. You know what I mean? Like he was the king, he was the king of the castle. And now look at you, bro. You went to a team who still ain't doing nothing, and you getting hit, and you no longer have the excuse. It just doesn't seem like the best situation. Brewers are that quiet team that just gets shit done, that don't get the publicity, so you can usually get them at great prices on the daily. And I think this is just one of them. I would have to take the Brewers today.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards Texas. I don't love that game because I don't love either one of these teams, but Mitch Keller has been getting cranked in a couple of his last starts. He's been less effective on the road. So I'll lean towards the Rangers in that one. I'm going to lean towards the Cardinals. For Eric Fedde, even though he hasn't been great since joining the Cardinals, his one good start that he had came at home. And I still don't trust Frankie Montas either. I think that the Cardinals are, now that the series is I don't want to say pointless, but it doesn't have as much weight to it as it would have, a couple weeks ago when the Cardinals were within, striking distance of the Brewers, but now they're there's a double-digit game lead for the Brewers. So I think the Cardinals still have maybe some aspirations for a wild card. Can't afford to drop any more games. I'll take the Cardinals on that one. And I'm going to go with the Tigers. I'm going to go with the under in that one as well. Like I said, looks to be a bullpen game for the Tigers, who have the best bullpen ERA in baseball over the last 10 games. On the other side, the Cubs with Assad. He's been a 4-inning guy, usually gives up 1 or 2 runs. And the Cubs bullpen's been decent as well. Both these teams really struggling at the plate to put runs on the board. So I'm going to go with the under and the Tigers at plus money.
Hey, it be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes.
It happens.
Happens. What's up?
They get it quick. So we got the Astros and the Red Sox, the Angels and the Royals, and the A's and the Rays. Astros, Red Sox, Royals, Angels, and the A's and the Rays. Jay, it's you.
I'm going back to my top play yesterday was the Oakland Athletics. Shout out them boys, man. They probably have been my most profitable team this season is the Oakland Athletics. Like, I love that team. I don't know, man. Between them and the Red Sox, have been my most profitable teams for me this season. And I got to go back to them. I love fading the Rays coming out of the drop. That's just not really their spot. You know what I mean? And I think the A's still had that stigma on them for the team they were last year. They haven't been that team this year. They haven't. They've been winning a lot in the underdog role, and you just got to take your shots, take your spots with them. And I think today is just another one of those spots, man. Plus 105, plus 110, do your line shopping. That's where I'm at on Oakland. Not my top play today, but I definitely am playing them again. I took a L yesterday. Not on the premium side, but personally with the Red Sox, man. Damn it. Them boys had that game, bro. They had them, man. They had them. Fading the Astros has not been good for my health nor my bankroll. I'm not necessarily in love with Nick Pivetta today and then Cooper Criswell tomorrow. It's like, damn. They're not getting swept in the series, so it's just a matter of when do I want to attack. Do I want to attack today, fading the stickiest stuff I've ever seen?
The stickiest stuff 95 I've ever seen.
I don't know, man.
The stickiest stuff I've ever seen.
It's the sticky pitch well last game against the Rays. I don't have the balls to bet the Red Sox today. That's pretty much all I had. I was coming to tell you. I'm not betting the Astros today. Fuck no, I'm not betting the Astros, but I don't have the balls to bet the Red Sox. So that's my spiel for that one. And what was the last one in this slot? Royals, Angels.
Yeah.
Give me the Angels, Tyler Anderson. Anderson, I know his last game he got torched. I'm talking about the Blue Jays lit his ass up. But I feel like, you know, most of the season we've been at like he's gonna regress. I think he can come out here. He's, you know, all I'm trying to say is the Royals is not minus 200 today. Is basically what I'm trying to say. This is a winnable game for the Angels. I'm still looking for regression from the Royals. I know they got that tough schedule coming up. And yes, Tim, I do hate the Royals. I don't hate them. I just don't think they're as good as advertised, and I think they're missing the playoffs. So I have to attack my plus money winnable spots, and I think that's one of the times to do so today with the Angels. Give me Los Angeles.
Chris?
Angels and winnable spots do not go in the same sentence. I hate to tell you.
They're not that bad. They're not bad.
No, you're right. They're worse. Tyler Anderson. You know, we keep saying we're waiting for the regression to come. I think it started to come. And now they got to take on the Royals at Kauffman. I get it. They kept it a little bit close yesterday, but we really saw Anderson get cranked last time out. And even if he has a decent enough start, like he had a quality start against the Oakland A's, 7 innings, a 3-run ball. Well, they only scored 1 run to back him up. Didn't do anything for him. In the last 5 games, the Royals hitting .304 against lefties. At home where they play their best baseball, I think this is where the Royals turn it on. I'm going to go with the Royals in this one on the run line.
I can't wait.
I'm also going to
burn. I can't wait.
I'm also going to go with
I was going like a 10-game losing streak against the Phillies, the Guardians, and Astros to close out the month. I just hope they just fall off.
I'm going to go with the Oakland A's as well. Since the start of their series against the Phillies before the All-Star break, the A's actually have the 3rd best record in baseball.
I think they're the most profitable team in baseball in that stretch.
Probably. And Joey Estes has been solid at home. His ERA is bloated around 4.7 because he has an ERA of 7 on the road, but at home, 2.40 ERA. I don't trust this Rays lineup, so give me the A's and give me the Astros. I've said it before. I'm done with the Red Sox. But all jokes aside, Nick Pivetta has given up 2 home runs in 4 straight starts. You're going against against an Astros team that has the walk-off win from yesterday. They lead baseball in isolated power in their last 10 games. They're cranking the ball against righties. I just think this is a bad spot for Pivetta. I could see him getting hit early, and the Astros just riding it out to the finish line. So give me the Astros in that one.
The one good thing I'll say about the Royals, I'll say one good thing about them, and that's it. If I had to name my American League MVP right now, it would be Bobby Witt. That's the one good thing I'll say about them boys. It'd be Bobby Witt.
I know that pains you.
It does, but I'll say one nice thing about it.
Like I could practically feel it. I could practically feel it like ripping your heart out when you said that.
Outside of that, man, they're gonna fall off.
See.
It's like your Mitch.
I like the I think I like the Red Sox against the Astros. Blanco's really kind of falling off recently. And you know, the Red Sox had the Astros last night. Both teams just horrible defense, just a ton of errors in that one. I like the way the Astros are playing. I just don't love this game and this matchup. And I don't like the way Blanco's been pitching. Verlander comes back tomorrow, and I think, you know, having him back in the rotation will probably sure things up. Of course, I like the way the Astros are hitting, but without Bregman in the lineup, just a little bit not quite as good. And I think the Astros probably win the series. They win with Verlander tomorrow, but I think they take a step back today. I'm going to take the Red Sox, even though the Astros have just dominated the Red Sox. I mean, they have just absolutely owned them. I like this Royals-Angels is just a real shitty game. I like the under in this one. It's so lame, man. But I can't lay minus 190 or whatever it is with the Royals with Cole Reagans. Tyler Anderson got crushed last time out. I think he bounces back a little bit this time. So I'll take the under there. And then for the last one, I like the Rays. Game 1 of the series, they lose. Game 2 of the series, they win. It's clockwork. The A's are just a junior version of the Rays. And the Rays, even though they got rid of all those players, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Who got tomorrow for the A's? That's really who on the man tomorrow.
We got the Padres against the Twinkies. We got the Giants.
Beto on the mound tomorrow. Okay.
We got the White Sox and the Dodgers against the Mariners. Chris.
Yeah, that Twins-Padres game is going to be a good one. I lean towards the under in that one. Both these pitchers are playing well. Perez been pitching well for San Diego. It seems like the change of scenery has helped him. Ober, I think the Twins have won his last 5 starts, and he's given up 2 runs or less in the majority of those starts as well. I think it's going to be a bit of a pitcher's duel. Both bullpens have been pitching fairly well as well lately, so give me the under in that one. White Sox, Giants, I think if there was a spot where I was going to take a shot on the White Sox in this series, it'd probably be here. They haven't been great against lefties, but Robbie Ray hasn't been good at home since, starting the year after the All-Star break. He's gotten roughed up in a couple of his starts, and I think if there was, like I said, there's a spot to take the White Sox, be behind Davis Martin, who's actually held his own against some tough lineups lately. So give me the White Sox plus 1.5. Maybe a sprinkle on the money line at plus 200. And I'm going back to the Dodgers here. Walker Buehler hasn't been very good, but the Mariners can't score. This Mariners offense is terrible. I'm going to go with the Dodgers in this one.
Nah, Justin, I think he might be like plus 130. It's Savale on the other side. So it's going to be like plus 130. But it's in Milwaukee. No. And it's in Oakland, so yeah, it's only going to be like plus 130-ish. We're going to cash it, though.
Is it me?
Yep.
I like the Padres against the Twins. I don't love the game overly, but like Chris said, probably going to be a good game. But I don't know, man. The Padres are just playing well. When the Twins start to lose a couple, normally they string them together, and they're stringing them together here. Just a bad spot, I guess. The Giants against the White Sox, the White Sox are just sad. And then I like the Dodgers. I'm going to lay, 2.5 runs with the Dodgers against the Mariners. Mariners and the Orioles are just the biggest sacks of shit in all of baseball this season. I don't know how they can actually even live with themselves, man. Look at themselves in the mirror. It's terrible. I mean, these guys were up 10 games in their division, had a chance really to be up 20. Couldn't take advantage of it, and now they're not going to make the playoffs. There'll be no wild card. There'll be no division title. There'll be nothing, man. Except a lot of tears and a lot of excuses and a lot of pitchers that are really good for about 3.5 innings. I mean, these guys are just bad. It's like you got pitchers that throw 3.5 innings, and then you got guys that don't hit. What are the Mariners hitting over the last 10 games? I mean, I'm not even looking at it. I'll bring it up. I'll see what they're hitting. Chris, do you know what the Mariners are hitting over the last 10 games? At what, 0.04 or something? I mean, it's going to be something lame. Here, let's take a look. I mean, these guys, this is terrible, man. Terrible.
190 in their
professional
last
baseball
10.
team on the road.
190 in their last 10 and 196 against righties.
Yeah, 196 against righties, 181 versus lefties, and they're hitting 190. So that is what you call that, Chris? 10 points below the Mendoza line.
Yeah, there you go.
Against the Dodgers on the road with Mookie Betts back in the lineup and Freddie Freeman. Yeah, good freaking luck. Good luck.
They call that stinkopotamus.
You're going to get your ass kicked. That's what you call run line 2.5, whatever. It doesn't matter. How many runs did the Mariners score last night? Oh, that's right. This many.
Goose egg.
Or you could, I prefer donut, but goose egg also works.
Ooh, yeah.
We like donut. We like goose egg.
Yep.
So we got WNBA.
I gotta go right quick, and then I'm gonna be quick. Under Dodgers, Mariners.
Oh, you're up. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Unders, Dodgers, Mariners, not really much left to be said on there. Mariners can't hit, and I don't think the Dodgers going to do all the work by themselves. So it's just an understyle spot for me. No play on Giants, White Sox, nowhere to go. I played the Twins yesterday. I felt like an idiot. I'm not signing myself up for doing that again. If I had to pick, like forced to pick, or something bad was going to happen, I would take the Twins. That don't mean I'm taking my money to the window with it to bet the Twins. So it's the last slot for me. WNBA. We got 3 games today. We got Sparks Sun, Wings Liberty, Storm Mystic. Give me the Liberty, bro. I think they're the best team in the WNBA. The Dallas Wings defense is really a concern for them. Offensively, they can score some points. And I do think this game will be kind of competitive for a minute, but all it's going to take is 3-4 stops by the Liberty, and this game can get out of hand like that. So I don't think the Wings can really generate many stops against a high-powered offensive team like the Liberty, and I don't think the Wings are going to have enough offensive output to keep this game within the number. So Liberty rolling, Liberty at home, Liberty laying the points. And I'll lean towards the Mystics, man. The Storm are the Denver Nuggets of the NBA. That's who they are. They're the Denver Nuggets, bro. At home, they go stupid, dummy, crazy. On the road, 9 times out of 10, they're a fade. The Mystics have been a really good cover team all season. The Storm coming out of the break haven't looked good on the road. They'll be home next week against these same Mystics. So after they possibly lose this game today, I think we're going to load up on the Storm next week. But for today, I would have to take the Mystics plus the points and possibly even sprinkle on plus 250 on the money line.
Yeah, I think my favorite free play is probably the under in the Sun and Sparks. I just can't trust the Sparks offensively to go against that Connecticut Sun defense. And whenever we've seen the Sun have decent outings, they usually struggle. The next game we saw them struggle last time out against I think it was against the Dream. And I don't see them having a big offensive day here. I think it's going to be a slow-paced game. Could see the Sparks maybe sneaking in the back door, but I really like the under 154 in that one.
Short, sweet, simple from the W. That's all we got, man. So I know that brings us to
Parlay.
Parlay.
Well, for our 200K subscribers, should we do a 200 team parlay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Busted him.
Busted up my parlay.
There it is. Now my clock.
There it is.
Finally. Man, that took forever. 200. It's huge. It's fucking huge. Chris?
All right, let's go with the over in Diamondbacks Marlins for my parlay. Dodgers run line and the under in Braves-Phillies.
Jay?
Under Marlins-Diamondbacks. Let's go under Mariners-Dodgers. Let's go over Rangers-Pirates. 13 total parlay. I haven't done one of them in a minute. We'll see.
I like the Reds with the Brewers and the Rangers. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. 200K. We did it. We all did it, man. You guys did it. We did it. And it's just like I say, man, I'm just going to, my whole theme for the 200 to 300K is going to be, we believe in living in the truth, man. You guys are all part of it. So you guys know, no bullshit from me, man. No spin, no nothing. What you see is what you get, man. You're always going to hear the truth from me, good, bad, or ugly. And, I don't care how uncomfortable it makes everybody else feel. It is what it is. Thanks, Chris and Jay, for being part of it with me, man. Wouldn't want to do it with anybody else, man. That last 100 went fast, right? Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Peace.